Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll run it here. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Giovanni Bernard, 70 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. So, wow. I mean, that'll quiet this crowd, right? A big one there on the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, you have to be thinking, we're at home for the playoffs. That had to be a splash of cold water right in their face, don't you think?
Yeah, they got to be thinking, we're going to have to work on this and do so in a hurry. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now Harris. And some strong running. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play you did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
And the grab by Croft, and he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Carry for Bernard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
To throw on second down, Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jones now to throw on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here we go now. Green.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Von Miller in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line. And after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. That's taken on the 25. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Bernard. And he powers his way up past the 30. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Jones to throw on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They run with Harris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Lucky 56. Check. Watch Gone.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Bernard. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Bernard. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing Jones. And that's complete to Croft. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On the toss, Bernard. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Jones. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Deion Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3-19.
He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Harris. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. Whoa. Let's get it. Now let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
All right, here we go.
Jones on 3rd down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. trying to protect the quarterback now with...
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Gun. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play
Green
with.
39! Green 39!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! No. Check. Patriot! Detroit! Leopard!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now let's go! Blue landed!
Off the play fake. Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
This is Harris. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They run with Harris. Powers through it. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete,
Green 39.
now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll toss to Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
319.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
toss play. It's Harris. Fights off the defender. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run again with Bernard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Set. Green 39. Green 30.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Hurry up. Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Detroit. Detroit.
Jones off the play fake. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without
Hurry
speech.
up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Able to slither by. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he coughed it up. And the Patriots have it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Here we go.
They run a draw here on second down, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Going deep for Benjamin, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Set. 319. 319.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Chris Jones on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They run again with Harris. Bulldozes past him. And he lost the football. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Back. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
This is Harris. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calais Campbell on the stop.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run forward with Harris. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your hats on, guys, and say AFC champs.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.